Hello, hello. Sorry about that. Had to share out my stream and everything. Hope everybody's having a good day or had a good day. It's 11 o'clock at night here. Oh, and if anybody wants to come up and hang out with me for a few minutes or for a little bit, let me know. Um, on Twitter, I'll get the message and I'll send you a link. No problem. It sure has been hot. I swear. No matter even with the AC running, it was pretty hot. I hope everybody stayed cool. I know the next few days is just going to get worse. So, praying for everybody to stay cool. Hey, Keith. Ken. I don't know where I got Keith. It's good to see you, Redneck Connection. Yeah, I've been kind of out and about. And, well, not out and about. And I've just been kind of doing my own thing today, lying back. Done a lot of thinking. Of course, sometimes that gets me in trouble. Um, but other than that, I've been doing pretty good. I hope you're doing well, Ken. Yeah, I've been kind of here, there, and yonder playing games and working on videos. And of course, I do have a few paranormal videos that I plan on putting out. I just haven't gotten around to getting them done yet. Um, K Pup, hello. Good to see you. How was y'all's Monday? Got less than an hour left of Monday here. Gabba. Donnie the Traveler, hello. It's good to see you. Oh, Lord, Ken. Steam comes out of your ears. It's very good to see everybody here. Hi, Giggle Pickles. It's good to see you. Yeah, I've been kind of having, well, for me, it was kind of a Manic Monday situation. Drama Queen went to the vet, and due to her age, and she hasn't been fixed. She's never had POTS, but she's never been fixed. They've talked about um, the fact that she really does need to get fixed because there is something that can happen to all dogs, especially older dogs, if they're not fixed, especially female dogs, and they get some kind of infection and would need to get fixed anyway. So to prevent that, they want the doctors want to try to get it before they get an infection in that area, and it causes even more problems. Um, so that's another important reason why people talk about spay and neutering pets, getting them fixed, especially with dogs. That's another reason why. Carol, hello. On my phone because my internet keeps crashing. Oh no, Carol. It's good to see everybody. And Drama Queen has it's a tumor, but it's not cancerous from what they were explaining there. It's normally not cancerous, but it's on the inside of her ear. And initially we thought she may have had an ear infection, and she kept messing with that ear. And they said no, it's a tumor and it's gonna have to be removed. Danny, hello. It's good to see you. Karen Crocheter, good to see you. Yeah, I've kind of had to turn myself into more of a podcast streamer because my internet will not allow me to go live with video. It's just gotten to that point. Now I can upload videos. It takes me a while, but I can upload videos with picture. It's just I can't stream with picture on. So forgive me for not being showing my face. Um, but yeah, Drama Queen did not have any. Wasn't doing like she normally does when she's at the vet. Usually she hollers and cries out like she's dying, and mainly it's because she's scared of being in pain. Because they every time she goes to the vet, they clip her nails because she won't let us clip her nails, and she acts like we're somebody's killing her every time we try to. She even sees the clippers and nobody's touched her. So they but this time at the vet she seemed to be okay with it, a little bit better than she normally does. She whined a little bit, but she didn't like show out like she used to. Going on day 2 trying to upload my video. Oh no, Carol, that's not good. And got to be careful about driving. Listening to me. Um, but yeah, I figured I'd go live and hang out with y'all, see how everybody's doing. Like I said, kind of a manic Monday for me, but I've been chilling and relaxing. Joshua Coe, hello. Yeah, I think at one time they clipped them a little bit too short for her, and because she won't allow us to clip her nails, sometimes the skin can grow inside the nail a little bit too far, and sometimes I have to push it back and all that, and it does get painful. But she done good today. She kind of stuck around me a little bit after she got done with the vets, and got done stressing out. But she's supposed to have surgery done, I think, within the next couple of weeks. She's gonna have get that done, and something about her teeth, and a teeth check, because they don't want her biting them, so they'll do it while they're working on everything else. So yeah, that's where we're at with Drama Queen. I'm really proud of her. She's gotten to where she doesn't show the drama, little diva child, as much as she used to. I think she's kind of calmed down from that. Cut something in the walk slow down. Okay, Joshua. But yeah, she is deathly afraid of getting her nails clipped. Even scissors. You cutting something up with scissors and you show her the scissors, she freaks out. Like, she's afraid of scissors now. So I can't groom her or anything like that. Like, I can brush her. She loves the brush. But anything else, even a bath, she freaks out over. Um I remember when she was younger, my parents were trying to get her to go jump in the tub to get a bath, and she knew that there was no way out of it. So she huffed and puffed, big sigh, and then went right into the bathtub, jumped in there, and started barking like, "Hurry up! I ain't doing this again. Hurry up!" Oh wow, Ken, that is pretty cool. It's almost like they want you to, like, they want you to stop them from growing them. You kind of show sympathy for them, but when they know that you're not around, they're like, you have an electric nail filer. I don't know if my dog would be up for that kind of thing. Oh wow. But yeah, my dog, it's got some problems, but not as bad as it could have been. My dog is high maintenance. My dog is a diva for sure. She definitely will communicate with you when she wants something. He he thinks he's a prince. Oh wow. Yeah, mine's a little diva child. She wants something, she'll let you know. David, hello. Yeah, it's too hot for long hair for sure. Like me, I have really I've got pretty thick hair. And it's almost like somebody set a very thick carpet or a rug right on top of my head every summer. And when I do get a chance to go get my hair cut, I usually ask them to thin it out some so it's not as heavy, but it will grow back heavier. Um, and sometimes I get it put in layers because sometimes I just don't want the hassle of um trying to style it myself. My hair will curl up just right. And I don't have to do too much to it. So yeah, it's definitely hot here. My dog is spoiled, but he's my baby. I totally get that, Carol. I totally do. Um, but yeah, I was worried about my little pup today. Oh wow, Joshua. I think a horsefly bit drama queen one time. She ever since then she is scared of anything that flies. If it flies right around her face, she jumps up and she runs to the door like she wants in, like freaked out. The older I get, the thinner it gets. Oh no, Carol. Oh yeah, me too, Carol. I put my hair up a lot. The only time you don't see me put it up usually is if there is something special going on. Um Sometimes like if it's a party or a special occasion like a wedding or an anniversary type thing, I'll put my hair down. Well, if I'm ever working or um just just around here doing nothing, I usually put my hair up in the bun. Kid. Oh Lord. Yeah, stick an ice cube in the middle of the bun. I don't know how that would work. Definitely don't know how that would work. And you guys, I'm planning on making a new intro for my gaming videos. And I want to do it up pretty nice, but I don't know how I'm going to do it. Um, but yeah, it's going to be changed up some. I am in the middle of trying to film some of that. I may have to ask somebody for help because there is a certain kind of voice I want for it. And yeah, so, but yeah, I got videos just waiting to be put together to upload to YouTube. Uh, Now I will say some of my 10-minute videos that are like just the playing of me through OBS, where it shows me and the gameplay, those actually are coming or uploading a little bit quicker than what I do on my normal thing on the Filmora, which is kind of cool. Dream Reaper Gaming, hello. And Carol, all you've got to do is when you got a chance, just hop into my Discord and say, hey, look, when can we play Phasmophobia? Because I've gotten to where I'm up all night in the middle of the night. And if you're up for it, when we play Phasmophobia, I don't want you feeling uncomfortable or anything, but I may record some of it. It may get pretty damn funny. And it'd be kind of cool to show what it's like to play Phasmophobia with other players, not just me playing it, because it don't take long for me to get through a round of it. But yes, I have been missing everybody that I'm used to playing some of these multiplayer games with. Everybody's kind of like backed off of multiplayer gaming, and everybody's got things going on, which is cool. But I totally miss that. Like, that was usually the highlight of my night. I'm like making sure the internet's just right. Sometimes it still kicked me out, but didn't always do that. But I still like am ready to play. I'm always ready to play. And Dream Reaper, I'm doing good. I hope you're doing well. And guys, if you have not checked out each other, never seen each other before, go check each other's channels out. Yes, it was fun, Carol, and I miss that. Here lately, I've been playing the Sniper Ghost Warrior 3, but I have not been recording that. Just because I don't know how long I have a chance to play it, and when I do play it, it's been getting to the point where there's a lot of hackers at times, and I can't deal with hackers. There's a lot of conversation stuff I say to myself that is not safe for work. Oh, I appreciate that, Dream Reaper. And they've made a lot of changes, Carol, in that game. It got a couple new ghosts in that. Yes, they added a new map, which is on this channel. I have recorded that. So if you want to go back through, and I think the thumbnail says Phasmophobia Willow Street map. That's the newest map they have. My dad and I just started playing multiplayer games. Oh, that's cool, David. It is a really fun way to interact with people. And if you're like me, don't have friends that are close by that will play with you, you've got people in different states that are able to play, even across the world will play. I want a cemetery. Yes, and one of the big announcements they have made recently is they've added 2 new I guess you call it developers to their team, which means that there is a lot more content that is coming out for Phasmophobia, for the main, especially for the main map, not just beta. And they are working, they'll be working faster on different aspects of the game. It is a little bit complicated. Some of the ideas they have that they're working on, But as it starts progressing, I think you'll get the hang of it. Hey, Brian, it's good to see you. I can't play games online. Too many cheaters and people using cheat codes and other stupid junk. Yeah, that's one thing I don't like about a lot of these multiplayer games. Now, there, don't get me wrong, there are some hacking cheats that are available for everybody in the lobby. That it just comes to those people in the lobby. One person can put it out there, and it's pretty cool. Like on the sniper game, there are times that the environment goes from being morning, noon, or evening to nighttime. You can't see worth crap at nighttime, but it does make for interesting gameplay. And then there's unlimited amount of ammo that you can have, and that goes for everybody in that lobby. It's not just one person. Some of the other ones, though, um, yeah, that's not good. Like you can hit somebody with bullets, hit them dead on, like hit them, aim for the head, and they don't die. Purgatory, hello. It's good to see you. We're getting pretty hardcore with that Warpath Path game. Wow. Yes, Carol, it would be a dream job to be a developer. There are people that work for a living as testers for these games. Like if they notice that there is glitches in the games, they can tell the teams what is going on, and maybe they can fix it before the actual launch of the game. Have prototypes and stuff. Okay, Carol. I'm just trying to find a pretty girl to play games with. Now, I will, and I hope you have a good night, Purgatory. It was great to see you. Now, Ken, the kind of games that I play, I don't know if they'll be your cup of tea or not. I think you'd have some fun with them. I played a game where I was in a tank, shot someone, he didn't die, so he punched my tank, and it killed me. Ooh, that's definitely a hack. Oh wow, David. Yeah, there are some games that have enough people where they can work and at the same time that like games are online, see glitches, and they're working to fix them. Neuro Trigger, it is good to see you. Welcome. All right, take care. Yeah, if anybody wants to come up, you're more than happy to just message me somewhere. It can be Hangouts. It can be um on Twitter DM. Yeah, and David, the only problem with the game that I play is in order for them to be able to cheat, they have to have a special engine that I don't know if they have to buy it or if it's something that they can get pretty easily. And they and let me tell you, there's a lot of them that do that. And when it gets overwhelmingly bad, Like a normal game can go up to 30 kills on each round. Not really that much more than that on those on the games I play. But when it hits like over 40 and there's 30 coming from one person and you shot that person right in a good spot and they don't die, yeah, something's wrong there. Some special engine. Yeah, now that is very big cheats. I will say on the Sims game, technically it is cheating because they call it cheat codes. But you can go into the Sims game and put in special codes to get certain things like free money or unlimited money, opening up different jobs, and there are special objects you get, special perks for the Sims game, and we average 400 kills or more. But yeah, you could tell there's a big difference when you start playing this sniper game. You could tell a big difference in who, and you can literally, okay, literally see these people doing the normal thing, walking around, running around, trying to hide, and then all of a sudden you see them go from the ground all the way to the sky. It's like, yeah, you're kind of cheating there. And where people spawn at, I've I had something happen yesterday. I was cussing Matt. Yeah, that would have been funny to watch, but you would have been mad too if somebody came up and you can't get up into that hole. You cannot get into the hole where everybody spawns at in this particular map. And this guy came over from the other side, snuck in. I didn't get mad that he threw grenades at me at first. The second time I spawned in that spot, he jumped up into that hole and shot me. As I shot him about 5 different times, he shot me in the head once, got me. And I didn't get him, but I hit him point blank. I was like, ugh. That's not cheating. He found a mushroom. He found a mushroom and got high. Oh, damn. That's what it seems like. And, but yeah, this guy just can't. Oh, I got mad. I was fit to be tied. I wish people would try to play the game without finding ways to cheat, because when you don't give other people the chance to play those games, they're less likely to come back to try to play the game. They see that person come in to play the game, they're less likely to stay. They'll go leave. And I started noticing that more and more. There's a lot of gamers that I played with, even on the series that I started here on YouTube with me and Ghost Dog playing. I've noticed that some of them have disappeared. They haven't been playing lately. But yeah, me and my sister got the original Sims game, and it basically, I think I consider it kind of like an Easter egg type thing. People didn't know about it, and there really wasn't. It was around the time that the internet's just started really getting popular, and it took a while to find any cheat codes. But me and my sister figured out how to get into where you can put the code. And ever since then, they've always built that into it. I kind of halfway call it cheating because they call it cheat codes, but I don't see it as cheating because everybody can get the same access to it. Yeah, the hardcore players going after the beginners. It's the same way on the sniper game. Right, redneck. I seen that. I seen where it was like these people were caught red-handed on live streams, cheating in their game, and they're like, "Oh my god!" Yeah, same here, David. I was ready to quit on that game, as hard as it was, and I will say, if it wasn't for Ghost Dog kind of encouraging me and showing me kind of the ropes on a couple of the maps that on that game, I would not still be playing that game. I would have done left. Once they figured out I wasn't somebody to really mess with too much, yeah, they kind of left me alone, sort of. And that's good, David. Now, there are some cheaters in these games. I've noticed this. If you're at the beginning level and you've got the same equipment, and I remember having a hard time with this equipment before. You've got the same equipment as a level one, you're you shouldn't be able to shoot over 1,000 meters. There's this guy that was level one yesterday that shot over 1,000 meters. I looked at where he was at, and he wasn't even in the actual map of the what we were playing. There was a glitch or a hack or something where you can jump up to a certain point, but also this guy, you could shoot him and he wouldn't die. It took over 2 clips of ammo to bring that guy down. And it took a while. I love to play games, but I hate the hackers, and you have to kind of do what you can to hold your own, try to get a little smart about it, and sometimes it's hard to do that. And for those that play like the Sims game, uh like I got mine off of Steam, and it had me download another program that is connected to the Sims game. It's called Origin. If you guys want to be friends on the Sims game and you're trying to look for friends, all you got to do is search me out. My name is the same on all platforms. Even on the sniper game, when I play multiplayer, I tried to play multiplayer on Assassin's Creed and it crashed on the computer. Don't know why. It was weird. I don't know if there's people that play that multiplayer anymore because it's an older game. I got to figure out how to get it back into it. Yeah, Origin is pretty cool. I have another gaming platform. It's called GOG.com. I'm on that as well. Hey, Kyle, it's good to see you, hon. And I'm on that too. And a good thing about GOG, it's GOG.com. I've signed, like, you sign up for an email thing to get notified when there's steep discounts, and a lot of times you can actually pay cheaper prices on that as opposed to Steam. But GOG, for me personally, I have a hard time downloading games from it. But you can even get some games for free on that platform. I got one not too long ago, and I've been playing it and trying to figure it out, and it's called Hellpoint. I've never really played that game before. I don't know what it's about. And I just started playing it, and I kind of like it, but I'm kind of like, this is not the sniper game. But yes, I got a whole bunch of games. Some of them I've actually took off my computer for now. When it comes a time where there's going to be a lot of people that I know that want to play the game, then I'll put it back on my computer. Otherwise, it's gonna stay in the library. That's one thing I love about things like Steam and the GOG.com is if something happened to this computer, it's still in the library, which means that I can easily go into my library and download these games and not have to go through paying for more games. Oh, that is cool, David. Very nice. I'm just checking out something real quick. Okay. Don't tell me they're replacing Hangouts. Dagnabbit. No, well. And Joshua Coe. Sent me something. I'm not gonna post it or anything, but I find it interesting what he sent me. I did see it, Joshua. Oh, that's nice, David. And also, I've got Fall Guys. If anybody does play Fall Guys, I've got. Trying to think of what other games I've got. Oh, I've got a game called The Forest. The Forest is a game that you kind of. Hold on a second. Anymore. Yeah, I've got a different game called The Forest. It's kind of a scary game. Basically, what happens is the plane that you're in with your son ends up crashing, and somebody takes your son, and you two are the only survivors of this crash, and you have to go find your son. Um, while you're playing the game, you have to like build your like sustain yourself. You have to hunt. You have to make sure you have water. Um, make sure you have shelter. Have a fire to cook with. Have some weapons because you have. Um, I would have to say people that are gonna be attacking you. It's like tribes of people are attacking you. They call them cannibals on the game, but I don't see them actually as cannibals. I see them as just weird creatures. There are some that are human like that look like spiders. Gets kind of freaky, and it gets really exciting. I haven't figured out how to get to the end of it, but of course I just started playing that one too not too long ago. And I've got another sniper game. It's a contracts too. Ghost Dog got for me. And Google Meets is going to be how you call people on Google now. Oh wow. Bye bye Google Hangouts. Oh cool. I did not know that. Very nice. But yeah, that's what I've been doing mainly is playing games and working on videos. I've got a few more videos. Um, this time of Phasmophobia put up, and I'm gonna be working on The Sims tonight or tomorrow, and gonna be putting up some videos of that. I'm trying to get a get ahead of the game, just in case my internet decides to quit completely because the company wants to be a pain. Sounds like Fallout 4. Yeah, but it's called The Forest. Um, it's to me, it's unique in not necessarily the storyline, but there's also things like I have questions about on it, and it's like, okay, uh, now what? But it's like a big, huge exploring game, and you get to play multiplayer on that one too. Very, very cool. And I've got some really scary games. Phasmophobia is kind of not scary to me now, but it freaked me out when I first played it. But I would love to challenge some people if they've never played it before. It does cost some money on Steam, but you got to kind of catch it if it goes on sale. I'm not sure if it will or not, but it's like $14, $15 to get. And I'd love to see a few people play a few rounds of it, doing different challenges. And I'd love to try to do a challenge myself on there on Phasmophobia and see how you guys like it. But yeah, I've got a whole slew of games. I just don't play as often because a lot of them you have to have internet for, and you have to have the right kind of internet. Sometimes the internet works just fine for the games, and sometimes it does not want to work at all. So I just got to go with the flow. But what has everybody else been up to? I know I haven't really got a chance to talk to too many people. There's been times that like I'll go live at different times and like nobody is able, everybody's asleep. Am I still alive? Yep, still alive. All right, take care, Ken. It was good to see you. Thank you for being here. I hope the rest of your night goes well. And I hope you guys stay cool. It's been pretty hot over this way. I know it's pretty hot in the Northwest, and usually it's pretty cool. But yeah, like I said before, if anybody wants to come up, you're more than welcome to. Just shoot me a private message and I'll make sure that you get a link for it. You don't have to come up if you don't want to, or if you're busy, it's okay. But yeah, just been kind of doing my own thing, and I'm slowly starting to get away from doing a lot of social media and doing some interaction. I'm still always going to support people. I'm just not going to be as involved as I had been because there's still a lot going on that I don't understand. And then there's things that are getting brought up that are very negative, and I get tired of that. We're just starting to go into a heat wave. It was over 95. Wow. Yeah, I'm not sure how hot it got today here, but it got pretty hot. Even my AC wasn't working quite as well as it usually does. And I was like, well, gotta hang on. um, I know in the Northwest, there's some people that just they've been having a hard time of it with the heat. My heart goes out to them. There are some games that I would love to play. I just ain't got the money for it, nor do I have the time right now. But would really love to. When I get a chance, I probably will. So, but yeah, for now, basically, I'm going to be playing the Sniper Ghost Warrior, the Contracts 2 Sniper game, Phasmophobia, and the Sims 4 game. All four of them, I'm going to be playing and making content with it and putting it up on my YouTube channel. So, you guys, if you don't like a certain kind of game, no worries. You're going to see um, a variety of games. It's not going to be just one genre like shooting games or um, the Sims. That's a simulation type game. It's going to be kind of spread out, but I like all kinds of games. I even like you consider retro games. The Story of Dory, hello. It's great to see you. Yeah, I've been chilling out. It's been a manic Monday. Drama Queen went to the vet, Thomas, and she got to get a little bit fixed up. Um, she has a tumor on her inside her ear, which they're gonna do a surgery, but that's not the only thing that they're gonna work on. But that's some um I would have to say that's the biggest reason why they're gonna do surgery on her. And she actually done pretty good. Drama Queen stayed kind of quiet today. But she came right to me when she got done at the vets. Normally, when she gets done at the vets, she has this "I hate you all" type of mentality. It does not want to be around people. But yeah, today she got clingy with me after she got to the vets. Done her thing. In a couple of weeks, she's gonna have this surgery. So hopefully she'll be back to her diva self. But it's great to see y'all. How are you doing, Story of Dory? And by the way, Story of Dory, I do want to give you a huge shout out. Um, on Friday, Story of Dory done a kind of a social experiment type of thing, and he done a stream, and it was something I did not expect. And he done this on D Live, so definitely check out the Story of Dory on D Live. You're hanging in there. I totally get you. But yeah, check him out on D Live. It's the Story of Dory all together. And I promise you, you won't be disappointed. And it does give me, gave me something to think about. And with me, a lot of the social media, um, there is going to be some changes to my social media. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Um, there's going to be some changes with some of my other platforms as well. That stream was weeks in the making. Yeah, and you had me kind of worried there because I thought I done something. But that's just the way I am. I think that way. Like if somebody, even though I don't know what's going on, I always look back at, did I say something wrong? Did I do something to make them mad? And most of the time, now I'm starting to look at it this way. If I done something wrong, there's only a very few amount of people that will go behind and say something to somebody else rather than tell me straight to my face. The majority will tell me privately if I done said something or done something, said something or done something to offend somebody. And that's not what I'm about. I want to be about having it, you know, if there is some kind of ill will towards me for something I've done, come and talk to me about it. Don't let it get to you. You know, have it have open communication about it. And that was one of my biggest worries. But I'm glad that you done it, and it definitely changed the gears on me about it. And that's why with me, when it comes to drama, personally, I'm going to start walking away from it rather than try to be there to support whoever. I'm going to start walking away from it because it doesn't have anything to do with me. Well, that's good, Dory. And Anna Marie, it is good to see you. Hadn't seen you in a little while. I'm glad that you're here. Yeah, that was well done. Because, and let me kind of explain this part a little bit to you guys before you go over there. Because he done pretty well at acting like he was pissed off at somebody. And he was gonna expose them. That was the impression that I got based on a couple of live streams he done beforehand and what he has said on social media. And so I'm like, I know I messaged him. I showed my support that I would be there because I always do that. And you have kind of a nice surprise with this stream. And it does give me a gear shift. It's like, wait a second. And that's not, drama is not what I'm about. Here lately, I've been drugged into drama the last year or so. I've been put through the ringer with some people. And I noticed how much of a struggle that was. And I think it could have been better if I had just let them talk their shit rather than me getting involved and feeding into it. And I think that's where I think we all, in a way, need to step to the side and kind of look at it and be like, really think about it. Is it going to make a difference in what people think or say to you? if you continue to do this. And me, personally, yeah, I still have things that are going on, but I'm not going to sit there and continuously argue with this person. I've tried to confront this person head on. At, there's been a couple times that I tried behind the scenes to talk to this person. And things that were being told to them, things that other people have said, were being used as content against me, which is wrong. And I've done nothing to this particular person for them to go out like that. And we had started talking, we started having a good time. I started being somewhat okay being in the same stream with this person and not walking away from the stream because that person was there, because I didn't want to start an argument. But when this happened, I was like, look, I'm walking away from this shit. I've tried everything I could try. I'm done with it. Not going to even acknowledge, not going to even say a word about it. And so far, so good. There's not been anything to egg anymore on. Doesn't mean that person was right or in the right. Doesn't mean anything necessarily. It just means that I've switched gears and changed my approach to what was going on. And I know there's a lot of people that are being affected by stuff happening, people making mistakes, people getting into arguments and then bringing it out. And a lot of times bringing it out just makes things worse. And definitely want to check out the story of Dory's stream that he done on Friday. And don't worry, you normally DLive cuts off the videos at 3 days, like they disappear. Since the story of Dory is a verified partner there, it's going to be up for 28 days. And you're right, staying away from them is the best way to be. And I don't know why if my chat's there. We got 4 people still up in the house. I appreciate you guys being here. Yeah, it's about 20 something days. And I'm sure that you're not going to just take down that stream. Anna's still here. And David's still here. And Story Dory's here. But yeah, and the way I also look at it, it's wasting time thinking about that, what is going on, and that person doing what they're doing, which is wrong, against you, and getting angry and upset. Use that energy to do something for yourself. Be selfish. Do something good for yourself. And if that's selfish, then yeah, be selfish. Donnie the Traveler's still here. Thank you for being here, guys. There, there's always a lot of time and energy that's wasted on all the stuff that's going on. Jenny, it's good to see you. And taking that energy and putting it into something that is going to either benefit you or help you pass the time, like what I do with my gaming and making these videos that I'm doing now. I've switched gears into doing gaming because right now I'm in a spot where I can't just go out and explore and get a job and that sort of thing. So I got to find something to kind of keep me kind of occupied and keep my mind from going down a bad path. I've always been kind of a loner in real life. Like I usually just keep to myself. I do what, like when I work, I do what I got to do. I kind of interact with other people in the workplace when I worked. But I like don't get to hang out with people outside of work. And I know once I get that chance to get a job to be able to become more independent, which I'm hoping it's sooner rather than later. But regardless, I've got something that's going to keep me occupied. And as far as my social media and Twitter and stuff like that, yes, you guys always see me around on Twitter. Always. Every single day, multiple times throughout the day, you used to see me on Twitter. That is going to slowly calm down to where I'm just in there for a certain time frame. I'm not going to put myself in a position where, like, myself for the longest time, it's for my um my life for the longest time, and it still is right now, and I'm trying to switch it off. But being on social media, being able to live stream, being able to do videos and everything, that has always been my focal point because for me, there's really nothing else to do. I can't, like I've said before, can't get a job, can't do what a normal adult would be able to do. The location of where I'm at, I've said it thousands of times before. I can't just walk somewhere without the possibility of getting hit by a car. So walking down the road to go to a job or anything like that, it's way out of the question. I'm in a rural area, out in the boonies, and it's really unsafe. And so I just got to bide my time and wait until there's the opportunity to even get an interview to go get a job. So, John, it's good to see you. Thank you. Thank you for the thumbs up. I do appreciate it. And I hope you guys are doing well. At some point, it's not going to be today, but at some point, I will go live here on YouTube. I'm hoping and praying I'm going to be able to use my Necrophonic app to possibly do probably a live stream where we're talking to spirits I'm not going to be able to do video for a long time until we can get something better, some better internet than what we got now. But you guys will be able to listen to it. So, but right now I'm more focused on the different types of videos that I'm going to be doing. And you guys, I'm not just really about paranormal, even though I love the paranormal. And I consider myself somewhat of an investigator. I'm still working on it. I've explored, I've done, I have at one point done an investigation, but it was kind of a uh, last minute thing and wasn't able to stream it. Couldn't videotape it either. But you know, I've done one house before, um, not too long ago, actually. It's been like a year, almost two, since I've done that investigation. I did do a little bit of an investigation where I lived in West Virginia with somebody that I was living with at the time. And I haven't, I've uploaded it, but I haven't really like actually reviewed it. It was good meeting people in Eddie's stream yesterday. Yes, it was. It and I do want to give a shout out to Eddie and Jim, the vlogs, and then some. I was so happy that they went live. And yes, people um often wonder what had happened. And considering what we all saw in social media, so a lot of stuff going down, not just with me, but with everybody. They had their own things going on. And the things that were going on with them, they had things in real life they had to deal with. Family, like I've always said, family comes first. And that's what they did. And one of the good things that I've seen from them is, even though they did not go live in that year, I feel like if there was something, like a question needed to be asked to them, or needed prayers, or if they just, somebody just wanted somebody to talk to, if they had the time, they would take the time out and spend a little time with people. And that's really cool. And I really appreciate them. And seeing their sons, Cody and Tony, having their own channels, which definitely shouting them out too, because they're good at what they're doing. And I want to say, I look to them as my nephews, and I want to see them succeed. And they are doing a very good job at what they're doing. Last year was rough, but seeing them go live, and I think they're going to start doing a little bit more live streams, which I'm going to be the way I am. Me and Jen are besties. I'm going to be right there with them. I'm going to advertise them when I know they're going to go live. I'm going to advertise them as much as I can, um, because they deserve it. Nothing but love, nothing, no hate whatsoever from them. Always, to me, even their videos, I always get something good out of it. And even if it's a spooky or scary type video, because it is paranormal, like a paranormal explorer, an investigation, or whatever you want to call it, um, they always have something encouraging at the end of their videos. And a lot of times, while I was dealing with things and I was in a dark place, that stuff helped me through that. And being able to reach out to them and say, hey, look, this is what I'm going through, they still encouraged me. And I know they do that for everybody, but it helped me out so much. I'm willing to go that extra mile and help them out and support them. Amanda Hayes and Jesse James, hello. It's good to see you. It's great that you're here. But yeah, I'm just kind of rambling on. um, but yeah, definitely great to see Eddie and Jen. They still have their live stream up if you guys want to check it out. They explained their situation and what's been going on with them since the last time they went live, and has been over a year since they went live, and I was very happy to see that they're back. Love you too, Amanda. But yeah, on my social media, you're going to start seeing me on there less and less. I may share out people's videos. I'm still going to, I might not talk in the chat, but I'm still going to be around. I might say, hey, and then I disappear. Um, but I'm also sharing you guys out when y'all are live or a video or anything. Exactly, John. I miss them too a lot. Um, oops. But yeah, I'm gonna start backing off of social media some, and unfortunately, people that are on D Live, it's not if you're streaming during the day, during like I'd say 5 o'clock in the morning my time until about 11, 12 o'clock at night my time. I'm not really able to sit down and watch you if you are on D Live. D Live, for some reason, does not, their streaming part to watch the actual video is not working out that well. A lot of times I have to refresh that stream, and sometimes it kicks me over to another streamer. Don't know why it does that, but I'll do everything I can to stay in there as long as possible. Um, it's been, it's been really difficult on me that I can't just watch whoever I want to watch without having to worry about that. Twitch is the same way. If you're not an affiliate or you have the capability of having less than like 720p, and it will, give you the option to go down as low as 160, I'm not able to watch your streams on Twitch. Trovo I can kind of watch okay. There has been sometimes hiccups there, but it's not as prominent as it is on D Live or Twitch. YouTube I'm able to watch because it gives you 144 as a video setting. That's the lowest I've ever seen it on any of the platforms, and I'm able to watch it on YouTube. Um, Never did the D Live thing. D Live, I love it because I've got friends that are over there. I had loved it at one time because the community, when I initially came, the community was really good. When it got to the point where they were in the news for some being connected to something that happened that was pretty bad, and I think we all know what I'm talking about, I started straying away from it. And the things that were being streamed, being put on the carousel, people saying not so nice things to people as different categories of races and all this other stuff. I don't know what to do, but I'm still gonna be me. I may stream on D Live some because I am a verified partner there, but I'm not going to be streaming nearly as much as I used to on D Live. I used to go almost every single day. David's like, sometimes I sneak over to D Live. And that I can understand, Amanda. The flashing stickers, there's so many stickers now that, like, even if I was to ban them off of my channel personally, doesn't mean that it's always somebody else had uploaded it and put it on there. Those flashing stickers, there's more than one person that's like that, where the stickers make them sick. And I wish there was an option for people to just on their end ban stickers. Hey Beth, it is good to see you. Yeah, I'm kind of just chilling. I guess this is a midnight madness from a manic Monday. I hope you're doing well, Beth. And yes, I am kind of podcasting right now because I can't show my face because the video won't work on it, even on Zoom. it's great to see everybody that has come over. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me, making me laugh. Anybody wants to come up, let me know. Like DM me on Twitter or on, I guess, Google Meets, whatever the hell it is now. um, Let me know if you want a link, and I will. Don't hesitate to ask because I definitely will see it. But yeah, just kind of explaining things, doing a little bit of this and that, and just it's been a day. Found out I scammed thousands from people. How in the hell did you scam people out of money? That don't make no sense to me. And I appreciate that, David. And David, if you ever want to get into um the sniper game that I've talked about, the Ghost Warrior 3, and you want to play multiplayer, let me know. So, because even if now the bad thing is you can't do private games with others. Like it kind of puts you in with other people regardless. But there is no voice chat on the game itself. Like you have to do it outside of the game, like Discord or um, Steam or something. It's been too hot. Yeah, it has been hot. It's been hot here. Even my poor air conditioner can't keep up with what's going on. Um, but yeah, that's one thing about the contracts or the warrior game that I don't like is you can't just invite people from your friends list to play a private game where it's just y'all playing. It has to be with everybody. Cool part is you don't have voice chat to have to listen to them. Boomer, hello, it's good to see you. But yeah, anybody wants a link, you're more than welcome to it. Just send me a private message and I'll send it to you. I can barely figure out what to do with Discord. Discord is a little bit hard to get used to, but once you get into it, it's really interesting what you can do. Like on Discord, it kicks into streamer mode when you are playing a game while you're on voice chat. And it cuts down the bandwidth a lot so you can play the game and be on voice chat at the same time. If OBS worked, I would be on Discord using that where you have like a Discord chats, voice chats. You can also show your camera. It's much like Zoom or StreamYards, but it doesn't go live itself. Like you can't connect your voice chat to YouTube and have it just stream that. It won't do that. You can also show games. Oh, like if you're playing a game, you can show that you're live. You screen share your game that you're playing, and other people can sit there and watch it and just chill with you. It's like having a movie night. You could sit down with your friends and watch at the same time. How do you delete your Discord? Can't quite figure that out. I know on Discord. Let me double check something real quick. If you go to your little avatar, it'll give you a menu. Go to where it says account. At the bottom of it, it'll say account management. It'll have in red to delete the account. It'll ask you if you're sure, and it might ask for a password. But after that, you can delete your account on Discord. So you're able to do that. And a lot of people that stream use Discord to allow people the chance, give them a heads up, hey, I'm going live, or ask people questions like, so yeah. And yes, I am doing this all on my phone. Okay, Boomer. I think I sent you a message in the I sent you a message back there. I got you, Amanda. But yeah, you click on your little avatar, go to account, go to the bottom where it has in big red letters delete account, and it will delete that account for you. Hey, Boomer.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, it's been too hot.
Yeah, tell me about it.
I've thought about for the longest time just jumping in and get a cold shower.
All right.
I kind of feel bad for my dog. We call her Drama Queen. The vet called her that. And she didn't react like she normally reacts when she's at the vet. So she must have been really feeling bad enough to where she knew they're trying to help me, and didn't really put up as much of a fight as she normally does.
All right. She's probably feeling the exhaustion too.
Yeah. She's got
Heat does that.
From what I understand, she has like this tumor, and they say 99% of the tumor that she's got is not cancerous.
Right.
But it will look like an ear infection, but it's like inside the ear canal.
Mm-hmm.
And that's been bothering her. And
right.
She's got a couple other problems. They're going to end up doing surgery to remove it in a couple weeks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. She's been through the ringer.
All right. What is she a large breed?
No, she's a terrier mix, but I can't remember what kind of terrier.
So she's probably a small or to medium-sized breed.
Yeah.
How old is she?
She just turned 10 years old this year.
Oh,
the
She's
beginning of
got
the
a
month,
few years
actually.
left. Yeah, keep taking care of her. She's got a few years left on her. Smaller breeds tend to have a much longer lifespan than larger breeds.
And
So,
boy, does she have attitude, I swear.
mm,
Like, when she came in, because I didn't go with them because they said only 2 people can go because they're still kind
right,
of, because of the pandemic, they're still kind of weird about how many people come in.
right.
And as soon as she got home, she come over to me like, I want a hug. And she would not leave me alone. I'm like, oh, poor thing. My mom said, well, she done a lot better than she normally does. And I'm like, what do you mean?
That's good.
Usually she raises hell at the vet
Mm,
and the technicians. And I'm like, well, considering what they do to her, I would be too.
all right. Nobody likes going to the doctor. All that
No.
poking, prodding, and all that. Dogs have feelings too.
And if you like hurt her feelings or anything, like you can see it in her eyes. Like
Mm.
like if you hurt her feelings, she looks, you could,
Oh
even my
yeah.
mom could read her face. Like you could tell that, like you hurt her feelings.
Yep. Dogs do have expressions. They use their eyes and ears to express how they're feeling. You know.
But she's
You
also a
can't.
very vocal dog.
Right. Yep.
If she don't think something's right, she'll go over to my dad and raise Cain.
Mm.
So funny. I wish I could record it, but yeah, Dad won't let me record that.
Dad
It'd be
don't like being on camera.
no.
Well,
My mom's
tell him you could just black out his face. You'll edit it.
put one of them grumpy smiley faces
Right.
right on top of his face.
Do the devil emoji over the face. So how's everybody in the chat? I saw you there, Beth. Hi, Beth. Hi, Amanda. I'm trying to remember who I saw in the chat.
We got David up in the chat. Jesse James.
Oh, Jesse, what's up? Hey, I think I can. Hang on. Can I? No, you can't on this. That's only on StreamYards. Oh, well. I mean, I could switch over to the live stream and still stay on the call, right?
Yeah, it was
I haven't
me.
done a panel on my cell phone in a while, so I'm trying to remember how it all works.
Yeah, on the iPhone you can. Like I can double click over to the stream and just see the chat.
Just pause the stream. Yep. And yeah, there you go. I can see it now. Figure I'm not using my camera anyway, so. Hey, who's that Boomer Rock guy? What a dweeb. See, Amanda. Hey, Amanda changed her name.
Yep. And I like her avatar.
Yeah, I can't see it on the phone. David, hey, what's up? I think that's all I saw. Just another minute. Yeah, John H. Shelton. Wait, I knew a Shelton in the Army.
Exactly, Shelton.
Damn, it's Monday already.
Actually, it's Tuesday now.
Well, yeah, now it's Tuesday. It's after midnight here on the East Coast.
Yep. I love that song though from
Beatles. Or no.
uh,
Monday is the Beatles. Manic Monday was
it's a girl band, I think.
yeah. Who the hell was it again? Just another Manic Monday. Wish it was Sunday.
That's my fun day.
Yeah, that's my fun day.
I don't have to run
Who the
late.
hell is that? Well, I can't remember. I used to listen to it all the time.
Bangles.
There you go. Yep. Good one,
John
John.
got it.
And I was just playing the Bangles yesterday. Last night, whenever it was.
Yeah, you got some good
I did.
taste in music.
Yeah, I just added a bunch of different albums to my playlist at random, and stuff I think other people would like. I got everything, a little something for everybody in there. Even country, yes. Even some rap, yes. Even Miley Cyrus, yes. But yeah, I had to start over again with my playlist because I switched from shit, what the hell was that I was using? Spotify. I switched from Spotify to Amazon Music, since I have an Amazon Prime account, and somebody brought it to my attention that if I have an Amazon Prime account, I could use their music without ads, without any extra cost. And I'm like, well, why am I paying $10 a month to Spotify for no ad music? So I dumped Spotify and started using the Amazon. Had to start over with a new playlist. So I already got over 1,000 songs on it. So
And take care, Amanda. Much love, and I hope you feel better. She's like, I'm gonna go lay back down.
You take care. Much love. Keep it real, Amanda.
But yeah, I was thinking that too. Like, ain't there something free with Amazon? But yeah, I like YouTube, and I've got a couple of songs on my phone downloaded.
Right.
And
yeah, I had Amazon Prime for their Prime Channel stuff, like TV, for a couple years now, and I never realized, like, I never went beyond just being able to watch the shows and stuff that's on Amazon. So, like, I never thought of it, and somebody brought it to my attention a while back and says, you could play Amazon if you have an account, if you have a Prime account. And I'm like, oh, okay. So
got a perk there.
Start using that.
Yeah, I'm so glad I did not record when I was playing my game yesterday on my sniper game.
Mm.
There's about 4 people at the same time hacking, and you can tell they were hacking because
when you say hacking, are you referring to using cheat codes, or
they're using
like they were actually hacking the game?
They're like literally hacking the game. Things that were never meant to be used on the game.
Oh, okay. Right.
Like this person, as soon as you spawned, like there's an out of bound area that people
Mm-hmm.
spawn, and once you step over that, you're not supposed to be able to get back into it.
Right.
This person literally climbed up to that spawn point. Every time
Mm-hmm.
I spawned back, they shot me once. I unloaded like 5 clips on them
That could
altogether.
be a glitch too. They probably discovered a glitch. That happened a lot with the what was that one game we used to play? The Call of Duty games. There's a
Mm-hmm.
shitload of glitches in there where if you discover them, you're practically invisible to everybody. And, like nobody knows where you're at.
Right.
We used to do that all the time. I mean, not necessarily hacking the game system. They're just discovering these glitches. Like there's this one board, Nuketown, on one of the Call of Duty games.
Mm-hmm.
There's a boulder in the back of one of the houses, and you can if you crouch down and low crawl toward the bottom of it on one side, you can get inside that boulder. Nobody can see you, but you can see out around everything else.
Yeah.
And I used to sit there and snipe people from inside the boulder. But then that got to be too well known. And there's
We have.
another one where there's one of those conveyor belt things at a rock quarry.
Mm-hmm.
If you low crawl under it, it popped you up to inside the top of it, and you can lay there and snipe.
Oh wow.
But yeah, that game was full of glitches.
There's really like 2 glitches, but they're not really glitches. Like there's high vantage points in this game.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is on the. They have Alpha and Omega names for each team.
Mm-hmm.
And on Omega side, there's one that we kind of discovered, and it's really not hard to get to it once you figure out where it's at. And you just lay down and you're exposed. Like everybody can see you, but
Mm-hmm.
not really that many people can actually shoot at up to that altitude where you're at.
Right. Yeah.
Unless you come right up on somebody or somebody from the other side comes over.
Mm-hmm.
On the other side though, there is kind of a glitch that somebody was I happened to see on YouTube. Never quite could figure it out, but it's basically you climb up a mountain or climb up the side of the map and it puts you out of bounds. But in doing so, you can see the entire map and it looks small. It looks like you're high into the clouds type of thing.
Right.
That's not good.
That's very cool
though. Yeah. But those 2 are glitches. But the other stuff, I'm like,
yeah.
And I think there's a glitch when it comes to laptop play versus personal computer play.
Yeah, there's well, yeah, there's different points between, like, if you're on the difference between being on a game system or a computer. There's differences too. Like there's some games you can play on a computer that they play on like an Xbox or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a different play because it's a different algorithm, I guess, or something. I don't know. But.
And I know, like when I play with every once in a while with Ghost Dog, me and him are testing out certain things, certain new gadgets we each got, trying to see what, how far we can use, to strategize for the other games that we play. And when we're both on the laptop, we've noticed like you can see people clear as day, like they kind of show. They stand out more, but when you shoot them, it don't affect them.
Right.
Whereas when
that could be a cheat code too, because they have all different kinds of cheat codes, like infinite ammo, forever life, or stuff like that. Like invincibility, shit, cheat
and
codes.
it gets so aggravating. And I was cussing up a damn storm, like literally 4. Now 1 or 2 I can handle, but when almost the majority of the other team is hacking,
right?
It doesn't.
Yeah.
It defeats the point of the game.
It's all the fun out of the game. Yeah, exactly. It defeats the
And when you got that team getting like 50 or 60 versus the other team maybe 5, there's a problem.
It just proves that they have more technical skills than they do practical skills, and they use the technical skills to cheat rather than hone their practical skills and actually learn how to fucking shoot. And,
yeah. I bitched at them. One of them the other day. Is they were calling out cheaters and stuff, and I said, you do realize and this person was actually cheating, but he was calling everybody else cheaters. I said, you do realize the person that usually calls out cheaters like that is usually the one that's cheating the most. Yeah. They shut up after that.
Right.
I was like, yeah, I got your number, buddy. And he was the lowest level you can be with a not so good sniping rifle. And somehow he managed to float above the map and shoot me from 1,000 meters away.
Wow.
That gun is not capable of doing that.
Right.
I'm like, how? Seriously?
Yeah, it just means they have no practical skills.
And I think, like,
just feel sorry for those guys,
Yeah. And even though I get frustrated and like I cuss out the game a lot, I do. I really cuss it out. And it's not that I'm not getting better at it. It's just when it's overrun by hackers, it kind of like makes me feel defeated because I'm like, how? Like, seriously? And since I've gotten that game, I just now got to the point where I'm at a level where I can pretty well get the game, like understand what it's doing.
Right.
Even when it's having a like glitch issues, like it has some weird glitches in it. It really does. But I can compensate for it now. When I first started, I couldn't. I was just like, I'm done. I'm not even trying. I'm getting out of here.
Yeah.
Did everybody fall asleep on me in the chat?
I was just thinking I need to try to get some sleep myself.
It's okay if everybody goes to sleep. It's been a Monday for me for sure. Yeah. Anything that wanted to happen seemed like it was going to happen. And I don't know if you heard me earlier or anything, but you know how I am about social media. Like I'm always on social media. Right. No matter, I'm always around. It just doesn't matter what platform I'm usually checking it out or whatever.
Right.
I'm going to start cutting back on social media.
Yeah.
It's just gotten to the point where I'm starting to see a lot of negativity in waves.
Yep.
It's not just one incident here or an incident there. It's just coming in waves now.
Oh yeah. I've been seeing it for a while, and I mean, like, there's so much competitiveness going on. You know, it's ridiculous.
And one thing I do want to say, and somebody brought up a point. Apparently, there had been somebody trying to say something about making comments about who people like can follow or not follow. The way I look at it, if they're going to be like that, karma's coming back on them.
Right.
Because it just defeats the purpose. When you say that, it makes them, it's an ultimatum for your followers.
Right.
Don't do that to them.
Right.
They have their own mind. If they want, follow whoever you want to follow.
Right.
It's not up to me.
It does. It totally defeats that whole concept of social media, where it's meant for people to, you know, meet, hang out, and stuff like that. And, you know, other people, they think like, oh, we can only be friends with a certain type, certain group, or whatever. And if anybody else is friends with an opposing group or whatever, it's like, well, we can't be friends. Bullshit. You know, it's like, not my fault you don't like each other, or you don't like this one or that one. They ain't done nothing to me, damn it. You know, it is bullshit. And yeah, you're right. Sometimes you just have to kind of step away from it all for a while. And, you know,
Yeah.
And it's all about picking your battles.
Yeah. It's going to be really hard to do that because, like I said, I'm on it all the time.
Yep.
And I really don't have anything else to do other than gaming right now and watching videos. But you're going to start seeing slowly kind of backing away from social media, like Twitter. I'm big on Twitter. You know, I spend most of my time there hanging out, checking out what's going on.
Yeah, I don't even do that shit. Like, I have Twitter for messaging. That's it. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Those, like, I just use them for, you know, messaging. I don't post anything on any of them anymore. I don't, you know, other than maybe, you know, sharing out a live stream on a Twitter or something. But yeah, I don't get into it like that anymore either. It's just it's just that much more bullshit you gotta deal with, you know.
Yeah, and one thing I looked at last night, and I was like, "Are you shitting me?" On Twitter, there's a way you can get monetized on Twitter now.
Yeah, I know that too.
I was like, "What?" And you have to have at least 10,000 followers, and I'm like,
yeah, it's bullshit.
What?
It's all based on, you know, fucking, like I said, it's all about competition. You know, you can't just be a part of a social media platform anymore without, you know, them installing some kind of competitiveness, like, you know, in order to gain something out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, what's the point of being on social media if it's all about, you know, the numbers and shit? Right. It's supposed to be about social media, socializing, not building numbers, you know?
Right. Like me, I initially started Twitter just to reach out to other people and connect with other people and make friends. It was to just like, now it's gotten into, I'm basically an advertiser. I share out everybody. Not always, share my stuff out. But when it comes to everybody else, I'm sharing like crazy and making like little tweets that catch people's attention. Like if there's something coming up that's really big for a certain channel, doesn't matter who it is. Like if you done something and you're doing something pretty big, and if I knew ahead of time, I'd be able to do like an advertising type of tweet.
Right.
And those get more views than like me personally like saying anything. And a lot of times I've gotten where I put how I'm feeling that day, quotes. I put out kind of like not my situation per se, but like I put out how I feel at that moment.
Right.
Because there's a way that you can go back through, and it's almost like a journal. You can go through your tweets and see where you were at a certain point versus what you see now.
Right. Right.
Hen Kid, hello. Good
Holy crap, Hang Kid. Long time no see. How are you? It's Boomer, by the way.
Yes, Boomer is up on the panel with me.
And lately.
Yeah, I've been missing a lot of people, and since I've been kind of like, not that I'm stuck, but I kind of gotten into doing YouTube, streaming back, that I'm starting to see people again.
Right. Yeah.
On D Live, I only get like a couple of people maybe show up. Trovo, yeah. I'm lucky if I get one person there. Twitch.
Yeah, I won't stream on Trovo. I just go over there because of other people I know that either went from YouTube or D Live to there, and just to hang out. It's the same way with YouTube. I only come over to YouTube to see who's, streaming or whatever and hang out with them because I don't see them at D Live,
Yeah.
So. Good seeing you too, Hand Kid. I recognized your voice. Yeah, I get one of those voices, don't I? Yeah, I think Hank Kid was one of the first people to start coming to my YouTube streams too, back in the day.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. There's a game that I've got that I don't get the concept of it right now. I just started it too, and it's called Hellpoint.
Hellpoint?
Yeah, Hellpoint. Basically, your character is a spawn, and it looks kind of like a humanoid android type of character.
Mm-hmm.
And like, so far I've only run across it's like these little zombie monster creatures.
Right.
And they don't look very good either. And I'm like,
zombies don't.
But I'm so confused. Like, I don't know the storyline. I don't know anything about it. I can't even, like, literally, I can't even, like, exit out of the game. I don't know how to. I have to do the Taskmaster to end the game because I have no clue how to do that.
Yeah, I haven't been into doing any kind of gameplay or anything. in the last few years. Just not interested. I know when I first got my first computer, I was really into all those like the RPG games and simulator games and shit like that. I used to be playing all the time.
Yeah.
You know, I went out and bought the controls and everything, so I could like have hands-on controls. I had a joystick for the simulator games, and I used to love those flight simulator games, but never really got interested in computer games anymore.
Yeah, for the longest time, I fell out of gaming. When I graduated high school and I got into college and working at the same
Right?
time, I didn't have time for it. It was like
Yeah.
there was really nothing I could do. I was like, ever since that, I just now started getting back into gaming.
Yeah,
Ken
I
Kid says,
remember that, Hen.
"Oh, that's cool."
Oh, way back in the day. Yeah, those days are over. No more 24-hour live streams. Oh, and just so you know, everybody knows, in case you missed my video post here and my live stream on D Live, I'm no longer doing paranormal anymore. So that's that.
Well, I can respect that. Sometimes it can get too intense.
Yeah, there's many reasons why,
Yeah.
but I decided it's just not worth the added aggravation. So
I don't blame you. I mean,
no.
there are certain things like for me, like I've thought about it, like I've seriously thought about it with the social media before I decided maybe that's the best for me.
Yep. Well, it was it's a recent thing. I mean, it since last night is when I decided it. So yeah. I just hadn't. I mean, obviously, I can't do nothing about, you know, the personal uh connection with it and stuff like that. But as far as being on social media with it and stuff like that, I'm not doing that shit anymore.
Right.
Just I won't be hanging around the paranormal chats. I won't be doing the like EVPs, things like that. Nothing to do with paranormal. Not even fucking card reading. I'm not demonstrating my abilities publicly or anything like that. Just ain't dealing with this shit on social media anymore. I can't help what goes on in my private life, my personal, real world life, but just because that exists doesn't mean I have to continue it on social media.
Right.
It just gets way too complicated in many different aspects for me to be on social media with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
I get like I know there's been times I'll do like a stream and I've had the spirit box and it's almost like the energy that I have with it when it's just me versus a lot of people, even
right.
in the energy shifts are different and sometimes it gets
And one of the biggest reasons, I mean, it's turned into such a competitive thing. Like I mean, it's just fucking ridiculous how people get so competitive with it and shit. Like everybody's trying to outdo the next guy, and all that shit. I'm just done with all that. So I don't want to fucking do it anymore. You know?
And it shouldn't be a competition. I mean, what happens with one, that's unique to that person.
Exactly.
It shouldn't be compared with anybody else.
Exactly. And that's the biggest part. Like everybody wants to compare you to somebody else. You know, people just, they tend to dismiss one for another and shit like that. And it's
Yeah.
bullshit. I ain't fucking doing it. They play favorites. Like they think one's better than the next or something like that. It's like I ain't doing that bullshit. You know, I have just as much experience in it as anybody else. And, I'm tired of the fucking favoritism and competitiveness and all that bullshit. So when it comes to social media, I'm not part of the paranormal community anymore. And I'm gonna go through and start changing a lot of stuff on my channels. For one, my avatars aren't gonna have anything to do with paranormal. I'm gonna change my D Live setup and get rid of the paranormal shit on that and just not deal with it on social media.
I totally understand that. And really, it shouldn't be a competition. I mean,
Exactly.
I can understand people trying to debunk things, but I personally like one thing that has happened to me, and I mean, it's happened to me plenty of times, where like I've had something and somebody tried to compare it, like mine wasn't as good as somebody else's.
Right.
No,
Yep.
huh?
Yep. That's exactly what I'm talking about too. You know, it's just it's becoming a fucking game. Like I mean, and not to mention the biggest reason is there's so much exploitation of it out there.
Yeah,
Nobody's doing it for the reasons they should be doing it. They're exploiting it and all that. So, and I can't be a part of something where I know there's people that are just, you know, misrepresenting themselves and shit like that. I can't be a part of that. So I'm giving
definitely can respect that. I totally get that. And me, I'm glad that my channel is not just paranormal. I've got a whole variety of stuff, even though
yeah,
it gets
yeah, yeah,
like my channel is meant for learning about me, just my interests, what I like to do. It
yeah,
paranormal is not the core of it, even though a lot of people say it is. It really's not. It's just little aspects of me that you get to see.
right.
My interest, and I know there's people that like different things, so that's
Yeah.
why
The
my channel.
main thing on my DLive channel is going to be, just I'll do music live streams and thinking about getting back into the art. And I may do a couple live streams doing a painting or something like that.
Oh, that's very cool.
I mean, I have to do them on a live stream because on DLive, I can't post videos yet on DLive, and I refuse to go back to doing it on YouTube.
Yeah.
I mean, what I video I posted earlier today or last night, whatever, is the last thing I'll be putting up on YouTube. And most likely after a few days, I'm going to start yanking all my shit off from that channel.
Mm.
I'll leave my art channel up, but I still refuse to use YouTube as my streaming platform. I don't know. I mean, it's possible. Like when it comes to the art stuff, I mean, I do have an art channel on YouTube. I mean, if I had a project I was doing and I just wanted to record it and post it, I would have to post it to my art channel, Boomer Behind the Brush one.
Yeah.
But if I'm live streaming, it's going to be on D Live.
Well, that's pretty cool. I mean, right now, like my situation, D Live, I support a lot of people there. I don't go live very much on D Live because they want you to kind of have your face in there somewhere while you're streaming.
Mm-hmm.
And this was taught to me by a couple of global partners and a couple other people.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do that when I'm streaming because
Right.
the video cuts out so bad. Like I'm Pac-Man to begin with on the video.
You have to download it. Download the app. And kid, you can just. I mean, you can use somebody's link and go to their channel on D Live, and then I think they prompt you to set up an account. You just set up a D Live account if you want, just to be a supporter or whatever. You don't have to do your stuff on D Live. But thanks, thanks, Fallen.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, she just put up my D Live link, so you can go over there, check it out, and you can set up an account for yourself, which they most likely will prompt you to do. If you're on a device, you could just simply download it from whatever, Play Store or whatever it is your device has. Just download the app, D Live app, and you can set it up there too.
There's the clickable link. It wasn't a clickable link.
Dang it. Yeah. So
it did not want to be right. But there's his link. Where's mine? Oh, here. And y'all probably hearing me tap. I'm sorry. I'm on my phone doing everything.
Oh, that's cool. I don't hear anything. I'm gonna run down and get another drink real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay. But here is mine. If anybody is interested in following me on D Live, mine is mainly going to be kind of like music and chat. You might hear the same songs over and over again. Some of them are not copyright. Some of them might be on D Live. It just depends on how my internet's going to work. And I do invite people to get on the panel if they would like to come up, same as I do here. I appreciate that, Hen Kid. And D Live is a little bit more relaxed on certain rules than they are on YouTube. And it allows a little bit more creativity than YouTube does. So that's why some people have moved over to D Live. And there's some people on Trovo as well. Thank you so much, Hen Kid. You have a cool channel. I appreciate that. And yeah, I am a verified partner on D Live. You will see replays if I'm not live or hosting somebody. It is pretty different than it is on YouTube. But like if you click one of those links and you're on your phone, it will give you an option to download it. It'll give you a little block that says to download app for higher resolution. You can click that and it will send you to your store that has the D Live app in it.
Yep.
I've thought about changing my name on D Live actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Not sure what I would change it to, but I kind of like it the way it is.
Yeah.
You're on your computer? Okay, well, you don't have to download the app on the computer for it. You could just go straight to the websites. But yeah, I don't have a set schedule. You guys know me and schedules. I'm allergic to schedules.
Yeah, me too.
It's not, I don't go live then.
I tried it for a minute. I couldn't, I just could not, stick to a friggin' schedule. So I think that's one of the biggest problems with why Mama Rock and I pretty much kind of well, it wasn't a conscious decision. Like we didn't discuss, hey, we're not doing it anymore, but it just kind of fell into where we just, we couldn't keep a schedule for Fam's Talk, and it just kind of dissolved again. But I mean, if we didn't do paranormal stuff on it and did it like we started out doing it, kind of like a talk show type thing where we'd have people come up on the panel and just discuss, their channel and stuff like that. Yeah. I mean, I'd be willing to start doing it again, but it's like I said, I can't, stick to a scheduled thing.
It's kind of like me and you remember Mary Wolf?
Mm-hmm.
Me and her decided we were going to do this thing called Weigh-In Wednesdays. I had originally started it here on YouTube where we kind of done this thing where it's kind of supporting each other, whether it's to gain weight or lose weight, and kind of encourage everybody that is watching to keep going with what they're doing. And like look back on the last week, if there was something you screwed up on, at least you can identify it yourself, and then what you look forward to the next week, like how you're going to change that mistake to do better this coming week. And that was something that it was going to be ongoing, but it kind of things just kind of went
right. Life got in the way, right?
Yeah, it kind of dissolved for right now.
Mm-hmm.
But we still plan on doing it. It's just don't know when. And it's going to be on my Twitch channel.
Mary E. Wolf lives in the same area where I grew up at.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, she actually lives in one of the areas I most recently lived in before I came here. But she lives in the same city that I grew up in.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
I never knew that till she came to my live stream one time and started talking about stuff around it. I was like, damn, that sounds familiar. Where are you from? And she told me. I'm like, holy shit, I grew up there. Like, oh, okay. I probably knew her, when I was living there, just don't remember her.
Yeah.
I
And the
mean,
other night, like, she went because summers are different, like, schedules for her.
Mm-hmm.
And she's been on this thing of doing a lot of walking, which is cool.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
always encouraging that, walk as much as you can if you can. And she decided to go to a cemetery at night,
Mm-hmm.
which I thought was pretty cool, and it has a lot of history. And it had, those boards that like you could go to, and it tells like the history of the cemetery or the landmark
Yeah.
that she was showing that too. And I was like, wow. And you don't
Yeah, I
live that
grew up
far away.
around that cemetery.
I was like, geez, I wish I could be there.
There's one right near College Town, up in the Cuga Heights area, which is a lot of that land is part of Cornell. Cornell owns a lot of the land in Cuga Heights, and there's a massive cemetery in that area, an really old one. But there's a lot of them though. I mean, there's like that area has a lot of fucking history to it as well. Ezra Cornell, the founder of the Cornell University, he's buried there.
Oh, wow.
The one guy who's that? There was that one famous architect. A lot of people. There was one particular place that he designed. I can't remember exactly where, that which became a hot area for paranormal investigations. Apparently, it was supposed to be haunted, whatever. But he was a big name in architecture, and he actually designed a lot of the buildings on campus, which are now frat houses and shit, in Cornell. I can't remember the guy's name though. There's this one particular house. I think he designed it and lived in it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was one of the biggest attractions, because supposedly it's all abandoned now and all that. It's supposed to be haunted. Well, I think his last name was White or something like that. I can't remember. But yeah, he designed a lot of he was the architect that, designed a lot of the buildings in Cornell.
Cool. Little fun fact about my area. The guy that there's a guy that named one of the cities in New York. I think it was Syracuse. He's actually buried in this county.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I filmed in that area, but I never did find his gravestone. But I thought it was pretty cool. Like, they have those plaques and everything, and it's like it says 50 mile or 50 feet a certain way, and I'm looking and I'm like, I don't see anything.
All right.
Grave unmarked or something.
Oh, that's pretty cool, Dave. Yeah. We got a lot of those around here too. There's a lot of, a lot of it is due to, because it's during the Civil War and stuff like that, and the great what was it, the Oregon Trail type deals, like all through the country, there's areas where people just drop dead and they buried them on the spot, and
Yeah.
either the markers get washed away, or they were left unmarked. But yeah.
Yeah, I did a video at one of the cemeteries around here, and it's one of the oldest cemeteries that I know of in this area.
Right.
And it's a lot of that what happened. Like you couldn't even read some of the stones
Right.
because it was so eroded from all that. And another thing that really ticked me off was some of the gravestones were broken and were just
Right.
left.
Yeah.
Like, who are you supposed to contact if you see stuff like that?
Usually there's a organization within the area that's supposed to be taking care of stuff like that. Usually it's the county or the city. Like here, there's some private organizations that volunteer to take care of the civilian cemeteries and stuff. But like the National Cemetery across the street, they have a staff that takes care of those. But some they just get left, and they get unmanaged and forgotten, and they just let nature take its course or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, thanks for the follow, David. Appreciate that. And Han, I believe she mentioned she followed us both at some point there.
Yeah. She said, I need to change my name. It's too old.
Well, I know. I don't know. I kind of gotten used to that hen kid name.
I'll be like, huh?
I mean,
who are you again?
That's a name on Instagram too.
It's just like Adventures with Beth has the name Summer Breeze on D-Live.
Right. Mm-hmm.
When she first started coming around, I'm like, huh?
Yeah, that's who she was, Summer Breeze. I knew her as Summer Breeze that whole time. Then all of a sudden, she changed her name, and you started using her name Beth and her YouTube name out, and she's like, "Hey, it's me, Summer Breeze." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And I had forgotten all about that. And then when I saw Summer Breeze on D Live, I'm like, "Hey, Summer," and she goes, "It's me, Beth." I'm like, "Oh, okay." She had to remind me twice. Like on YouTube, she had to remind me that Beth was Summer Breeze, and on D Live, she had to remind me that Summer Breeze was Beth. And I'm like, "Will you just stick to a fucking name?"
Yeah, she's Adventures with Beth, I think now.
Yeah, she added to her name on YouTube now.
Yeah.
But
yeah, time does go by fast, Dan.
yeah, it's been 3 years. Yep.
That's awesome, David, being able to do all that. I love the Explorers. It's better than some of the other videos that are out there, to be honest. Because
Right.
I'll never ever get to see, like, there was somebody that premiered a video and it was of an older castle that had been run down.
Mm-hmm.
And this was somebody from, like, the UK in that area. And I'm like, this is awesome to see this.
Yeah.
I will never get to see it, though, like, face to face.
Yeah. I mean, if they're doing it right, I appreciate watching an exploration video as opposed to, a so-called paranormal team going out and looking for ghosts. I mean, because they actually are exploring. They're showing you the architecture and things like that. Like they're describing the history of the place and stuff like that. It's more like in the realms of an educational type thing,
Yeah.
rather than somebody just going out and trying to make a name for themselves. They say they're exploration, but what they're really doing is just saying, "Who look at me? I'm in this cool place." They have no idea of the history. Half of them are out there trespassing. They're not getting permission. They're not doing their homework on it and stuff like that. And they're just out there to make a name for themselves. Fine and good, but I'd rather, if I'm going to see somebody doing an exploration, I like to, get a little history on the place. And, I like to know that they're doing it right within the realms of, they're not trespassing and shit like that.
Hmm.
Some of those people are just out thrill seeking and trying to make a name for themselves. And I can't appreciate that.
Yeah. Me, I've got to where I'm more about exploring, like even if it's a cemetery, just exploring
Right.
and checking them out. But I always, for something always tells me, if just go ahead and invite them if they want to talk, because I'm like, okay, you
Mm-hmm.
know, there has been something that I caught on one of my past videos in a cemetery. But you hear too much other noises, you can barely hear it, but it's like different whispers.
Right.
Nobody's around.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there and I'm showing like the graves of Thomas Wolfe
Mm-hmm.
and the um what is that group's name called? The Masons that built Biltmore
Yeah.
Estate. I was showing those graves, and as I was going around checking all these, and they're all different, and the way some of them are worded is very neat. And I'm just
Mm-hmm.
looking around and looking at how big the cemetery was. Started to get whispers, and I'm like, "Huh? Am I hearing this right?"
Yeah. That,
But
that
it,
kind of phenomenon can happen anywhere you go. You don't have to look too far for it. You know what I'm saying?
and I really wasn't meaning for that to happen, but it kind of
Right.
was okay.
Yeah, it does. It's not something you can have happen or not have happen. It's either going to happen or it's not.
Right.
You control that stuff.
Oh, that's
Oh,
cool,
yeah.
David.
If, huh?
Oh, I was saying that was cool, David, because he said some of them are very similar to what you find in England or Ireland.
Yep. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff people don't realize. I mean, when the English and Europeans first started, occupying America, a lot of their, stuff was built based on the idea of the type of architecture they used in their homelands. You know what I'm saying? So you're bound to find stuff, especially in the New England area and all that, that really resemble the old castles and uh, mansions types, like that type from their home country. When Great Britain invaded America, they brought a lot of their tradition over here.
Yep.
So there are areas where you're going to find a lot of that kind of stuff. I mean, like I was saying, Cornell has a lot of old buildings like that look kind of castle like, because that's was their main type of architecture back then, that old stone building type stuff.
Yeah.
That we found so far, dude. 3200 BC. Oh, wow. And where is that at, David?
Oh, that's interesting.
Colonies here. Yes, they did. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I mean, you go to places like New Mexico and things like that, that in other areas in the Southwest, like they have a lot of that, where they do their excavations and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
What do they call them? Agriculturists, I guess, the ones that do those agriculture digs or whatever they call them. Yeah, they find a lot of evidence of old, like Egyptian pottery, stuff like that. Um, you know, dug out caverns and things that over thousands of years just kind of got buried, you know,
Oh,
due to
wow.
like uh just natural nature taking its course, growing over everything, stuff like that.
One thing I've always had this
Uh,
curiosity, I guess. Um, Irish whiskey filmed it though.
in the
Just
Hudson Valley region of New York City. Oh, wow. That's not far from me, David. I live in
wow.
upstate New York. Oh, my phone keeps going to sleep on me. Why? That's cool. But yeah, I'm gonna get off here and try to get some sleep. It's
Okay.
almost 2 a.m. So I appreciate you. Let me come up and hang out with you.
Oh, not a
And
problem.
I'll
You're welcome anytime.
catch up with y'all at some point. I'll probably do some type of live stream tomorrow. Well, technically later today or whatever.
Okay.
Whenever I get up, I might just do a music stream or something. Maybe I'll start on this painting. I don't know. I'll think of something.
Oh, that'll be cool.
Yeah. All right. I'll catch y'all later. Much love. Keep it real.
And take care. And that was Boomer Rock. Lou said, hello. It's good to see you. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Much love to you, Lucy Rock. Thank you for being here, and I hope you have a good night. And much love to you, Hen Kid. Thank you for being here, and I hope you have a um good night. But yeah, it's a good discussion, David. Like I was saying before, Irish Whiskey had done a video a couple of years ago, and it was about there's like this stone placement in it was in like the desert, and there are theories as to how these stones were placed, and they're like a I think a redstone type of situation, and like it's a mystery. Nobody knows how it got there, and it's not really native to the area, but it was really really cool. I hope you guys have a good night. No snoring. I snore when I sleep. When I get into a deep sleep, I snore. If I'm like halfway, almost asleep, I don't necessarily snore. Uh it's the same with you, Lucid. I always smile when I see you around, and it's great to have you stop by. Much love. Yeah, David. I I think there's a lot more than people realize that's here in America. Um, and if it wasn't for archaeological digs and having a chance to be able to uncover and discover what is there, we wouldn't know what we know now because of it. Oh, that's cool, David. And I think Irish whiskey, he's in the California area. So yeah, he went out to the desert one day and happened to check out this it's like a rock formation in the middle of the desert, and you can tell that these rocks were placed, and they're big and they're heavy, and it's almost like, how did those get there? One of their original base camps here in New Haven. Oh wow. I know my area, there was, from what I could understand, there was always a territorial thing with the Native Americans. They is like between the Cherokee and another type of Native American. I can't remember what tribe. They were always having territory fights in this around in this area that I'm at, and in looking at like some of the older maps of where the original, not the original, but the territories they believed, it it's amazing to see that, and it's amazing to see what you can find. Some of them did go out west. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And guys, if you haven't checked out Lucid Rock and Boomer, please do so. Lucid is here on YouTube. Just type in the search bar her name, and she'll pop up. Boomer, he's mainly on D Live right now, and I had put the link up in the chat earlier. I don't know if yeah, it's still there. Um, he's on D Live. I'm all over the place. If you look for my name, my actual name on YouTube is Fallen Angel 8504. You'll find me on all kinds of platforms. Definitely check those out. And David, um do you have a YouTube channel? Because if you do, I don't remember seeing it. I tried checking you out one time before, and I don't think I found you. But you're more than welcome to put your link in the chat as well. I think what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start making videos of different YouTube, D Live, Trovo, anybody that does a streaming platform. I'm going to do shout outs for and explain what the channels are about that I can tell and what I see and what, like what kind of content you are, and just give people a little bit more information. So when I do shout you out, I'll kind of describe the channel, and I used to do this a couple years ago, and I think I'm going to bring it back. Let me see if I can get to it. I had been to subscribe to you. I don't know why. I didn't know why it didn't show up. But yes, it's awesome to always meet new people and to always be around and seeing these channels, like when I first started out initially off of Twitter, getting to know people through a common YouTube channel. Well, I consider common within our communities. And I started connecting with people and becoming friends. It's amazing how connected we are with each other. Me either. Yeah, I thought I was subscribed to you. It's been kicking me off of subscriptions of different YouTube creators, and I've been getting ticked off. Of course, I cuss. I usually cuss if I get really ticked off as to what's going on, what's happening. Let's see. And here is Lucid's channel I am putting in the chat. And I know I'm lagging, so sorry. but yeah, I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna start doing shout outs. I'm gonna be going lurking in people's streams. I'm gonna be looking at videos. I'm gonna be, and not only that, it's gonna help with watch time. It's gonna help with getting your name out there, just period. Because on Twitter, I don't know, and I'm not trying to I'm not trying to brag at all, because I'm the type that I think to me, it's just it kind of exciting, but I have over 5,000 followers on Twitter, and I'm not sure how many of those see my tweets. Oh, that's cool. My friend H runs our main channel. That's a lot of work. Oh, that's cool. I'll check them out as well. If you put the link in the chat, I'll go check them out real quick. But yeah, with Twitter, I have over 5,000 followers. That doesn't mean that all of them see it, but a good bit will see it eventually. Oh, that's cool, David. But I think what had happened was I evolved from really being able to speak my opinion, voice my what's going on with me, like my feelings, certain situations might be going on. It evolved from that to a lot of supporting advertising, doing different doing different types of advertising. I think that was catching on at the time that I was doing oh, that's the link. Okay, Ancient Sites Preservation Group. Okay. And it just kind of snowballed into what it is now. I'm all about helping others, and I've always been that way about helping others. It's just now I'm starting to evolve a little bit more to work on myself a little bit more, show myself probably just as much or if not more love, and focus on the things I want to do, the things that I feel like I need to do, but above I'm not above sharing out and hanging out and basically doing what I've been doing the last 3 or 4 years since I've really gotten active on Twitter. He's been into archaeology, cryptids, UFOs, and paranormal for over 4 years. Wow. That is really cool. And one thing that I am going to start doing, I'm going to ask permission from the person who is running this particular channel first. But I'm going to talk to somebody that I personally know and ask them if it's okay to start advertising for his YouTube channel, because he does have a YouTube channel, and it's mainly a project, not just for him, but it was mainly for his son. And I want to make sure that it's okay with him out of respect before I start sharing them out. So that way he would know. But yeah, like when I first started on Twitter and people encouraged me with YouTube to start doing my own thing. In real life in this county, they look at you funny if you say, I'm a YouTuber, or I do live streams, I do this, that, and the other. And there are some people in the county that will do live streams, like for their businesses, or of course with schooling now, they have that thing for Zoom meetings for schooling and whatnot. But really around here, it's still not really heard of to do YouTube videos, and especially taboo around here to do paranormal. So I've toned it down when it comes to the paranormal stuff. I just kind of keep it kind of to myself. Things that I do, I've already videoed paranormal, but the paranormal stuff, I haven't even reviewed it yet. Like basically what I'm going to do is edit the videos and post it to YouTube I'm not even really going to review it. And for me, I feel like it's unique in that way that I'm not putting the the notion of what I think I heard versus what you hear, because it's totally different. And I love, exploring. I love being able to show capture the beauty of whatever it is I'm doing, like nature. I've got a trip that I've done to the Blue Ridge Parkway, and I showed some about the mountains. I showed some of it in a video, and was able to capture just nature in general. You could see the valley and all that, go through the tunnel. That was funny. Of course, I got yelled at because that was a fairly new camera, and I was doing something risky with it. But I love I love exploring more than like having the intent of going to find something paranormal. If something happens paranormal while you're there, that's a little different. That's just my personal thing. Um, it's just like when I went to the Riverside Cemetery, which is a video that I've done like a year ago, over a year ago. One of those videos you can hear whispering. Like I invite them to come talk if they're around, but I go and look and I grumble, kind of calling out some of the names of some of the older uh, tombstones, the cemetery stones, and the uniqueness of some of these is really, really cool. But you can hear amidst all the commotion that is going on, you hear the cars in the background. And I don't know, it's just really, really neat. I just kind of wish that I had um more videos of that area, which I might later on. But as of right now, it is 2:13 in the morning. Been on here about 3 hours. So I want to thank Boomer for coming up. I do appreciate you being here. I appreciate everybody that has come in, all 16 of you guys that came in. I do appreciate it. Even thumbs down, because even with the thumbs down, it's still a view. You might not like what you see, but even being here 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes, just to be here, to give me that thumbs down, I appreciate that. And like I said before, with Story of Dory, go check out his latest stream that he done. Let me put his link in the chat. Just to see if it's going to work. And I think it does work. Just give me a second. Yep. Yeah, if you go check out that link that I put in the chat. Go to the replays, the last replay or the last video that is in the replay is the last video that he done on Friday, and it gives you something to think about. It really does. Definitely check out each other if you haven't already. David, I do appreciate you putting the links, your link and your friend's link in the chat. Definitely going to check that out. I will be making a couple shout out videos soon. So be looking on the lookout for that. And also be on the lookout for some of my other gaming videos to show up. Some of them will not be a premiere. So thank you guys for being here. Much love. And just hope you have a good night. Hopefully Tuesday will not be as manic as Monday was. But take care. Much love. Always remember, guys, you never know